What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Lightning Buster Gundam from Gundam Seed Freedom. Originally slated to be scrapped after the First Bloody Valentine War, it was recovered by the Klein faction and upgraded with various artillery weapons and a nuclear reactor, and fought alongside the Duel Blitz Gundam to stop a coup d'etat during the Foundation conflict. Opening up the box greets you to a set of 8 runners and a moderate sticker sheet. The build itself surrounds the new GAT frame established by the Duel Blitz Gundam, though the new armor parts do help differentiate it from its brother-in-arms. In fact, the construction feels extremely similar to the original Buster Gundam, minus the new pieces and the implementation of the Seed Action System frame, resulting in a simple but somewhat lackluster construction. Apart from that, besides the colors being prone to nub and stress marks, the large gates on parts like the knees and feet do not help its case, so extra finesse and cleanup efforts are needed. All in all, it's arguably the simplest of the Seed Freedom kits to put together so far. And if the gates are any indication, most of the parts unique to the Lightning Buster and some parts of the Buster Gundam can be gated away to open the door for future variants. What they are and when they would release is only a matter of time. After around 2 hours of building, the result is a superficially great looking high-grade Lightning Buster Gundam, and I will attest to that, as the proportions were refined from stretching the old blocky silhouette out, resulting in a sharp and sleek looking kit that also accentuates its bulk from the shoulders and heavy artillery, while looking accurate to the CGI model. I especially like the half-opaque lenses on the shoulders as they stand out really well without any backing stickers. Speaking of which, stickers are used on the eyes, cheeks, head and crotch cameras as well as the scopes for the guns, but this is where the problems begin. Sure, stuff like the cheeks and crotch sensors aren't that hard to replace with paint, and similarly, the shoulder vents and thruster rims are relatively easy to supplement, but those are exactly what the old kit used stickers on or was missing to begin with in terms of paint apps, some of which could have been plastic pieces with today's technology. Not to mention that the colors were taken entirely from the old kit, which are incorrect compared to the design line art. Adding on the visually unappealing nubs from the larger gates and the only seam lines on the thighs, the visuals will start to nag at a more attentive builder. There's just a lingering feeling that Bandai could have further improved on it, given the 21-year engineering gap. As it stands, a straight build will satisfy most casual builders, if not after the recesses are filled in or a full panel lining job is applied. Otherwise, it's a nice facelift model with little to no further visual improvements. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball and hinge neck joint that is rather flexible, with the only limited thing being your grip. The arms can swing along all axes, as well as roll and rotate on a ball joint, while the shoulder armor and flap can move to facilitate the perpendicular arm raise. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and ball jointed wrists. A clip and hinged peg provide the torso crunches, while the waist can rotate side to side if you mind the waist mounted handles. Front and side skirts can move, while the legs can drop down individually for some great front to back kicks, as well as go just shy of the full side splits. There is a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, ball jointed ankle armor, and hinged ball jointed ankles with insane movement range, and flip-flop action. Finally, the cannons are on double ball joints. Articulation of the Lightning Buster is where the improvements are most significant, as its range of movement is bordering on gymnastic, which is definitely appreciable. However, despite the overall solid structure, I find that the arm raise and ankle joints on mine are a bit loose, while the elbow and waist joints are worryingly tight, and the thigh joints would easily split apart after some play. Perhaps luck of the draw or an error on my part, but worth being wary of nonetheless, especially because it's extremely back heavy. Accessories are relatively simplistic, as besides holding hands, the multi-purpose guided missile launcher can open up to reveal missiles you'll need to paint in yourself. Next up, the high-energy beam guns on the waist can fold out with replacement barrels and slide into the hands for use. No hassle, no fuss, if not looking a bit ridiculous to some. If bigger guns are required, the multi-barrel multi-purpose guns can unfold after sliding the barrel forwards and either deploy under the armpits while being held on by the backpack arms relatively solidly, or over the shoulders after fixing into the shoulder armor, double X style. The latter form is also used for docking the Lightning Buster with the Meteor unit, but since I do not want to cripple my finances in space, I cannot demonstrate that feature myself. On the subject of compatibility, the only parts of the original Buster that are sorta compatible without mods are the waist-mounted guns, so you can have 4 big guns if you want to. However, the rest of the parts like the shoulders and backpack, or dare I say the Verde Buster equipment, cannot go without modding to be fitted onto this body. From there, the Lightning Buster also features the universally compatible head and backpack on top of the selectively cross-compatible arms and legs, so the parts are still structurally limiting for customization, especially because of that extra long waist ball joint to accommodate the waist-mounted guns. The original Buster Gundam has always felt a bit boring to me, but when they decided to slap on the Extreme Gundam Carnage Face's beam cannons, I was sold. It is therefore a shame that I'm feeling a bit torn on the high-grade Lightning Buster Gundam, as it does a lot right, yet feels like something was lacking because Bandai decided to pull their punches despite the 21-year technological differences. Positively speaking, the kit's sculpt is great, articulation is way more flexible than you would bargain for in an artillery-oriented unit, and it is fully featured despite the sparse and perhaps weird weapons. And yes, that is enough to satisfy most casual builders. But as much as I wish to be forgiven for saying this, the high-grade Lightning Buster Gundam is nothing but a facelift model with improved articulation and new weapons, due to the visual insufficiencies being mostly identical to the old kit. As a result, it needs just as much effort as a kit from 21 years ago in order to look accurate. Never mind the various visual blemishes like the larger gate and handling issues I encountered somewhat tainting what is a solid model kit. If you're picking this one up casually, you're gonna have a relatively good time. Otherwise, the nagging shortfalls will linger around this kit until you put in the work. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.